Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy DT3, man, and I'm back at you with another video, man. New media, notification, gang. God Squad. It's what it is, man. Let's check this out. I'm in the drive-thru, get me something to eat. Just thought I'd hit y'all with a quick vid, man, because it was something that was said in the live stream that I did, even though I deleted it because I didn't like the live stream. That's why I deleted it. I didn't really feel it. But I got another one coming soon. Don't trip. Sorry for the wait. But it was something that was said to me pertaining to Tyson Fury and Olexander Usyk. And I'm here to let y'all know right here, right now, I'm going to ruffle some feathers and I'm going to piss a couple people off. But I get it. Y'all fanboys. I'm not. But, and I'm going to keep that same energy I had, like I told y'all. But skill-wise, you could probably say Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight in boxing. But Tyson Fury, technically, is not the best heavyweight in boxing. Okay? If Tyson Fury right now, with one WBC belt, if he's the best in the game, then so was Deontay Wilder when he had that one belt. Anthony Joshua had the three other belts. When it was AJ and Deontay Wilder, everybody all knew that AJ was the better, was the better champion. Everybody knew that. Everybody knew that if you wanted to be considered the best in the division, you had to beat AJ. In the whole division, okay? If you wanted to be considered one of the best, then you fight Wilder because he only had one belt. It's the same thing with Fury and Usyk. I am not finna change my tune. I'm not finna sing a different song because Fury beat Deontay Wilder. That's not finna happen. Period, point blank. The top heavyweight in the division right now is Olexander Usyk, who hold all the real estate. Who got all the belts? Olexander Usyk. Who got all the fame? Oh, Tyson Fury got the fame, hands down. But who got the belts? Who got the straps? Olexander Usyk. So how are y'all gonna sit there and say Tyson Fury is the #1 heavyweight when he only got one strap? Olexander Usyk got all the other straps. So again, we letting somebody hold one strap trump a guy that actually got the vast majority of the straps in the division. That's what we doing. That's what we doing. I said the same thing when it was AJ and Wilder. I'm gonna say the same shit with Fury and Usyk. My tone is not gonna change. Olexander Usyk is the #1 heavyweight in the division. Right up under him is Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. Period. Everybody else can get in line however you want to put them. But as far as the #1 guy in the heavyweight division is Olexander Usyk. Stop trying to equate the #1 guy to the guy that's the most popular and that's bringing in a sense, the most money. That don't mean he's #1 because he's popular and he's bringing in dollars. You #1 in the sport because you got straps, you got belts, you got real estate. That's a false narrative. And a lot of people are like, you hating on Fury. I'm not saying Fury don't deserve to be considered a top heavyweight. I even feel that Tyson Fury is literally on par skill-wise with Olexander Usyk, studying him as of lately. But as far as the best in the game right now, it's Olexander Usyk. That's you fanboys. That's your fanboys. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's you fanboys that don't like the fact that somebody is bigger as far as holding real estate than Tyson Fury. Y'all don't like that. Y'all don't like that at all. Y'all can't stand that. And bottom line, Tyson Fury is one of the top heavyweights in the game. But he's not the top heavyweight in the game. Olexander Usyk is the top heavyweight in the game. He got all the belts, all the real estate. Or not all, but he has a vast majority of the real estate. So a lot of y'all is capping. Shout out to Tyson Fury. You did great, maintaining, doing what you did, but you're not the best heavyweight. You're not the best. You got the skill. You got the skill, you got the will, the heart, the grit, the determination, all that. I don't take none of that away from you. But you don't got the belts. And I don't want to hear, he's had all of, yeah, he's had them. The belts that Usyk got, yeah, Fury had them. He don't got them right now. So right now, technically, he ain't the best. I don't care what he had. I care about what he has. A lot of y'all quick to hold on to what other fighters, like even if it's AJ, you care about more of what they had than what they have. Because right now, AJ don't got shit. AJ and or Wilder don't got nothing. And to be real with y'all, as far as the heavyweights is going, there is no fight that you can make right now that would have been bigger than Wilder and AJ. That fight gone. And I told y'all that fight probably would never happen. Told y'all. Based on how it was going and how they was moving, they not finna fight each other. They not really. They trying to build their careers off of each other. Not saying AJ was doing it. I'm just saying the powers that be in the sport of boxing was trying to build their careers off of each other. But they knew they wasn't finna put them in a ring with each other. They wasn't finna do that shit. That wasn't gonna happen. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now, Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua is arguably would have been the biggest grossing fight in boxing. Not to the end boxing. Arguably, that would have been the biggest grossing fight ever in the sport of boxing. So you could put Usyk in there with Fury. It'll do good numbers. It'll do good. But it ain't gonna do what Wilder and AJ was gonna do. And I'm not saying that Wilder and AJ wouldn't do numbers now, but it ain't gonna do the numbers that it was. When they both had straps, it ain't gonna do them numbers. It'll still do decent numbers, good numbers, because there's still people that may possibly want to see that fight. But it ain't going to do what it was going to do. And like I said, arguably, Wilder and AJ would have been the biggest fight in boxing history. Not heavy, boxing history as a whole. Real talk. And honestly, AJ and Fury will be a big fight in the UK. It'll be a big fight. But it ain't going to be as big as Wilder and AJ would have been. But to be real with y'all, the dude that is the #1 heavyweight in the game right now in boxing is Olexander Usyk. Period. I can give you a different sport analogy. You know how they always compare LeBron to Jordan, even though Jordan went to college and LeBron went straight into the pros after high school? But he got all the records because you've been a pro longer than you were pro longer than Jordan was, of course. So naturally you gonna have, and you talented basketball player. So you gonna have a lot of the records that Jordan don't have, or you gonna break a lot of records that Jordan had, right? But one thing you don't got, you ain't got the chips. You ain't got the chips. So when everybody say, well, LeBron got this record, he got that record, he broke this record, he better than Jordan, he better than Kobe, he got this. You know how they kill that, all that noise? Who got the most rings? Who got the most chips? At the end of the day, he can have every record in the book. Who got the chips? Who won at the highest level the most times? Who? Have all the records. Who got the chips? Jordan and Kobe. Same thing applying to the sport of boxing. Who give a fuck about who popular? Boxing and sports period, it's not a popularity contest, bro. It's about who winning. Who got the straps? Who got the chips? Tyson Fury got one. Okay? He got one. And he got popularity and fame. That's it. But he is not the #1 heavyweight in boxing. He is the #1 heavyweight by you fans, and you buy his websites, and you buy his social media platforms. Yeah. But if you really want to be technical and righteous in what is supposed to be truthful, the #1 heavyweight is Olexander Usyk. Because when it was AJ, when AJ had all them belts, he was the #1 guy. And everybody else had to fall in line to him. So the same thing apply when Olexander Usyk is in that position. And just because he not bringing in hella money by himself don't mean he ain't the #1 guy. Y'all like to equate the #1 guy to money and fame, not with real accolades and real accomplishments, because that's what it's about. You don't get into boxing because I just want to be famous and rich. I don't give a fuck about the straps, but the straps is what elevates you. So you only can say that and even do that for so long. If you really want to do something in this game, you gonna need some straps or a strap. You gonna need something. Because you ain't gonna maintain no sense of popularity fighting B, C level opposition your whole career. That you only gonna be able to do that for so long. If you want to be something, you want to get noticed, you got to get a strap. So, for real, put some respect on Olexander Usyk's name. He is the #1 heavyweight in boxing today. Now, the most popular fighters, you got AJ, Fury, and Wilder. But as far as the guy that got the belts, that got the straps, that's holding the real estate, and if you want something, you got to go through him, it's Olexander Usyk. Give that man his props, bro. One.